Hello, everyone. So, I've been watching quite a lot of movies recently, and it's really made me think of a topic I've always wanted to talk about, which is the meaning of art. Now, um, when I was younger, like in ninth and 10th grade, I guess, I always thought um, LA class or English class was kind of useless. We were like analyzing random books and picking out random symbols and saying, "Oh, what's the symbolism behind the blue curtain?" or "What's the red thing supposed to represent?" And I thought it was kind of dumb. I'm like, who really cares about this stuff, right? And like the author probably it's basically it's not that deep, bro. The author probably just like picked the curtain to be blue because they wanted to be blue. Now, the thing about this is now after thinking about it and like listening to teachers talk about it and stuff like that, I think I've realized that sure, the analysis might not be like entirely what the author intended to be. Sure, maybe the author did pick the place to be blue because he was just feeling like it should be blue that day. But sometimes that doesn't really matter. Like what a lot of times the author will write something or create something or it does not have to be an author. It could be a filmmaker will make a film and not really have a specific idea necessarily in mind. They could just be, I guess, wanting to make a story and make it very pretty and beautiful. Like recently, I watched this, or today I watched this Japanese anime film called Suzume. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it it was very pretty. It was a very nice story, very sad story, but a lot of the times I don't. It was just a sad story. Maybe it didn't have maybe there was some symbolism in terms of like some doors and stuff, but I honestly don't think the author, well, the artist intends there to be some meaning sometimes. Sometimes they don't. And what makes art so beautiful is that the reader itself can interpret this art to be anything they want it to be. Each and every piece of artwork affects the reader, the viewer, the listener, the audience differently. Like, this applies to every single thing. I guess I'll start simple. Take music, for example, right? You listen to a piece of music, everybody feels a bit different about it. That's why some people like different pieces or different songs, right? Every lyric or every note, every interval, every harmonic choice, it sure maybe the composer wanted to put a minor third in there because they wanted the piece to feel sad and elicit sense of melancholy, but to some people that minor third might give them a different feeling and remind them of one of their childhood experiences. A reader might use one word to indicate the tone in one way when all it does for the reader is show something else. It's like the whole point of art, I think, is that it affects each and every person differently. It can have multiple interpretations. Everybody has a different opinion on it. And one of the best examples, I think, and most relevant is YouTube videos. Like, especially parrots videos. Like, obviously, any YouTube video, any creative form I think, counts as an art form, right? But I think something so good about art is that it adapts to the audience, kind of. The audience takes from it what they want to. Like, I think this is why modern art is art. It sure there's nothing concrete in it, but looking at it gives you some feelings, and those collection of feelings for the person looking at it, that's just what makes it an art form. There's so many different things that I think can be classified as art. Dancing, sure. I think as long as you're giving, you have an audience. As long as you have an audience, I think it can be considered art. And the beautiful thing about art is that the meaning behind it is given to it. You can try and add meaning to it, but the ultimate meaning is whatever the audience decides to take away from it. And so, yeah, I think that's like a good thing to realize. Maybe this wasn't the most well-formed video, but I think it's just like nice to see that, like, okay, sure, maybe it doesn't really matter. Like I still think a lot of times English class is a bit like unnecessary. You don't really need to analyze everything, but I think it's alright to. It's alright to try and fit a meaning to it. Add kind of like a narrative around it. Not really sculpt a narrative, but just like, I don't know what I mean. I kind of know what I mean, but I don't know if you guys get what I mean. Just like, yeah, art is cool. Theater productions, everything. I think it's very, that's why art needs to be appreciated and should be, yeah. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Check out my first channel in the description. Join my Discord server. Hit the notification bell. Like the video if you liked it. Comment down below. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.